So I open it up, it's in protected view. So these data represents the different size plants in different fields. Where it says plot A, think of a field with a nice fence. Okay, you can watch it later. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to highlight the first group of data. Now we could put it into a histogram or all sorts of things, but we don't want to use the old bar graph, right? We want to be a bit more accurate than that. Initially, we're going to use a box and whisker plot. So under all charts, box and whisker, and click OK. Notice these are vertical. Okay, so the first thing that you need to do every time is what? Which plot did I just use? I used plot A. So straight to the title and change plot A. So this is a single box plot for plot A, and let's just say it's the height of bushes. The height of peanut bushes, for instance. Now, next time I might bring the question in so you can have a look at this. Okay? So from this, we can simply say the smallest bush was 10. Half of the bushes were between like 38 and 39. I mean 28 and say 39. Okay? Now, what if I want those numbers? Really important that you watch carefully now, Brock, so you don't miss out. Similar to CANAF. Now, what were the 5-number summary? I believe that it was the minimum. Is that right? Okay, and it was the first quarter. And it was the median. And it was the third quarter. And it was the maximum. People happy with that? So this is for plot A. So everything I do now is going to use this first column. Now here's Excel for you. I'm going to type, I want it to find the minimum for me. I know the minimum is like 9. I can see it on the picture. I'm going to go equals min. And we just have to tell where to search with the bracket. And we go highlight the cells where to search. Now, when I typed in here, it also occurred here. Here's the main area of your focus. It's telling me I'm searching between 2 and 31 in column A. Right? So I'm going to put a bracket on the end, and it's important for Excel, when you think you're finished, you press enter. Okay, let's try again. To start a formula, we press equals. Cool. It's quartile. Okay, quartile. And we want the first quartile, the third quartile, we want the first quartile. Now here it's got the word array. I'm going to highlight this box. Okay, so it's going to look for the quartile between A2 and A31 again. Then we look at this little business here. Let's see if there's a hint that it needs a comma. And do I want the first quartile, the median, or the third? So a 1 in this spot here stands for the first, a 2 stands for the second. So we'll just type a 1 and enter. Okay, now if I change these lists, those numbers will automatically change. Let's try again. To start a formula, I'm going to go equals Now, I could write median, but I'm going to write quartile again. Okay? Here's the old version of quartile. This is a slightly newer version of quartile. The word array means highlight the boxes. Then there's a spot for a comma. Now, I'd expect you to remember that we're looking for the middle one, so it's 2. And you finish the formula by pressing bracket and enter. You may get these wrong a few times and you have to look at them again. So here's a pretty quick one. Let's go max, bracket, highlight the boxes, and close the bracket and enter. Third quartile, I'm going to do quartile again. There it is. I'm going to highlight my array between 2 and 31 in column A. Okay, I'm going to put in a comma. This is coming from the little instruction here, the syntax it's called. I'm going to choose the third quartile and enter. Now, under here, we're going to look for, what would be something else we'd look for? We're going to look for the range. Now, here's what I need you to be good to be able to do. This is what's going to be part of your folio. Range. I need everyone to understand that the range is the maximum subtract the minimum. So you're going to click and make the formula. Maximum, box for the maximum, subtract. Now I'm using the minus sign on the keyboard there, up by the plus sign. And I'm going to click on P3, because that's where the minimum is. When you're using a formula to finish it, you press enter. What happens is people click everywhere on the screen and things get mixed up. Now Matthias is going to call out very nicely for the class how to work out IQR. To start a formula, Matthias, I press equals. So what do I click? Q3. Subtract, I guess. Which one? IQR. Q1. Subtract. Q1. And then enter. So they got a bit confused. We might put Q1 here. Now this is text, so we can write anything. Once you start writing text, you can't use those cells for things. What's something else we could do with this list? Well, here's a good one. The mode. What number occurs the most in this list? Let's have a look. Funnily enough, the command for that in Excel is mode. Highlight the boxes and close the brackets and enter. 32 occurs the most times. Now, there's our super useful word, mean or average. So I put average in brackets. I'm pretty sure everyone's remembering what mean stands for. I almost said mean means. How do I start a formula? I press equals. Now the formula for mean in Excel is average. I'm going to go highlight the boxes, close cell, and hit enter. Now, is there someone, David, who could tell me how do I make this only be like 1 or 2 decimal points? This is like an average here. See all sorts of things. All right, what does this buttons do? Increase or decrease decimals. Okay, right, maybe 1 decimal point for this starter. 10 centimeters. Okay, I'll give people 2 or 3 minutes to have a shot at that. I want you to do the same for plot B. Right? Make sure you put some little headings here. Good, bad, neutral. Right? So to review, this was using a couple of tools in Excel to generate a box plot and to find our sort of data that we've been looking for in class. Every time we make a formula, we use an equal sign, we type the formula in, go enter. What happens here is now this is automated.